Officially known as the Republic of Cabo Verde, Cape Verde is a group of 10 picturesque islands, forming a colourful nation with a rich history, surprising culture, and breathtaking beauty. Because these islands are of volcanic origin, Cape Verde offers everything, from rugged mountainous terrains to arid deserts and even lush green valleys, you name it. But before we get into what life is like in Cape Verde, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so we can keep bringing you more of our videos. And if you've been to Cape Verde, make sure to comment on what life was like for you on these islands. Before Cape Verde became a tourist hotspot with over 150,000 visitors every year, it was a major part of Portuguese colonialism. Located off the coast of West Africa in the central Atlantic Ocean, the islands that make up Cape Verde were initially uninhabited until Portuguese explorers arrived in the 15th century. The Portuguese established a colony on the islands, which were strategically positioned as a stopover point for the transatlantic slave trade, playing a significant role in this dark chapter of history. Slavery persisted until it was abolished in 1876. Throughout the colonial period, its people were subjected to harsh conditions and forced labor. However, the African and Portuguese cultural influences merged during this time, forming the foundation of Cape Verdean culture. In 1951, Cape Verde's status changed from a colony to an overseas province of Portugal, granting its inhabitants Portuguese citizenship. However, this period also saw the emergence of the African Party for the independence of Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde, led by Amilcar Cabral. The party operated underground, demanding improvements in economic, social, and political conditions. It ultimately laid the groundwork for the independence movement of both Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau. In 1974, a coup d'etat in Portugal led to the decolonization process, and Cape Verde finally gained its long-awaited independence on July 5, 1975. Since then, Cape Verde formed its own individual identity, leaving Portuguese history in the past. From 1975 to 1980, Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau shared a president, national anthem, and flag until they separated due to growing tensions and resentments between the two nations. Today, Cape Verde is one of the most stable and prosperous countries in Africa. And you know what they say about the nuanced history of any nation. It makes for a majestic cultural heritage, impacting every aspect of daily life. Cape Verde's culture is a fascinating and unique blend of African, Portuguese, and Creole influences. This cultural diversity bleeds into every part of life, making the Cape Verdean lifestyle an enriching one. With an African heritage, Cape Verde is a land of traditional societal roles and practices. Family and community play a central role in society, and many Cape Verdeans have close-knit family structures with strong extended families. The extended family often collaborates to support each other economically and emotionally. It's common for multiple generations to live together in the same household. We're talking uncles, aunts, second cousins, and even more distant relatives. In Cape Verde, traditional gender roles have evolved. While there is no strict division of labor, men and women often share responsibilities within the family. Women have been actively involved in both domestic and economic activities, such as agriculture and small businesses. Greetings are important, and it's customary to greet people when entering a room or encountering someone on the street. Respect for elders and authority figures is also highly valued. The Cape Verdean people are known for their warm hospitality, and it's considered polite to offer food or drink to guests. In fact, eating in public with others and not sharing your food with everyone is considered disrespectful. Corn takes center stage in Cape Verde's cuisine and is the staple food in the diet here. For instance, cachupa is a national dish, a slow-cooked stew typically prepared with 2 types of corn, 3 or 4 varieties of beans, and fish or meat. Because the islands are surrounded by rich waters full of sea life, seafood is abundantly used by locals and is a specialty served to tourists visiting here. Simmered in veggies, beans, and local spices, cachupa de peixe is a popular and hearty fish stew that often features a combination of various fish varieties, such as tuna, grouper, and parrotfish. Some of the must-haves on the island are lagosta grillada, couscous, cachupa guisado, as well as polvo grillado, which is grilled octopus that is marinated beforehand. Music and dance are quite integral to Cape Verdean life. The islands have a rich musical tradition, with genres like morna, batuku, and funana being unique to the culture. Morna is a soulful and melancholic music genre, often compared to the blues, expressing deep emotions and stories. Meanwhile, batuku is a traditional women's dance and music form, featuring rhythmic clapping, singing and drumming, often accompanied by lively dance moves. On the other hand, funana is a more energetic and lively dance style, characterized by accordion and percussion instruments. If that hasn't given you enough insight, let us put this on record. Cape Verde isn't Cape Verde without its people celebrating everyday life with music, dance, and festivals. Brimming with vibrant performances, colourful costumes, and rhythmic music, Tabanca is a traditional dance and music festival held annually in Santiago. July 5th is also marked as a national holiday, commemorating the island's freedom from colonization, with processions seen throughout the nation. Another main event in Cape Verde is the Carnival. This event is marked with colourful and lively celebrations, and each island has its own version of the carnival, making it all the more exciting for anyone attending the events. Now, let's talk about what the people speak here and who they worship. Cape Verde's official language is Portuguese, a legacy of its colonial history. However, the majority of the population speaks Cape Verdean Creole, a Creole language influenced by Portuguese and African languages. If you know Portuguese, you'll understand phrases here and there. In terms of religion, the majority of Cape Verdeans practice Roman Catholicism, which was introduced during the colonial era, but there is also a significant presence of other Christian denominations, Islam, and indigenous African religions. The economy of Cape Verde is primarily service-oriented, with tourism being a significant contributor. The country's picturesque landscapes, pristine beaches, and cultural attractions make it a popular destination for international tourists. Agriculture, fisheries, and remittances from the Cape Verdean diaspora are also crucial to the economy. Because of limited arable land and recurring droughts, Cape Verde imports nearly 90% of the food consumed in the country, and water scarcity remains a pressing issue. These challenges have led to a significant emigration of the local population to the United States, Europe, other African countries, and South America. Today, more Cape Verdeans live abroad in first world countries than on the island itself. We can't finish off this video without talking about the real catch of Cape Verde: its scenic beauty and the wildlife that inhabits it. After all, the islands don't host over 150 aquatic species and over 280 native species of birds for nothing, stretching over 965 miles. The coastline of these islands is one of the biggest highlights of the nation. These golden sandy stretches pair up with warm, clear waves throughout the year, creating a perfect getaway destination for tourists, with rugged cliffs creating a dramatic backdrop. Popular beach destinations include Santa Maria Beach on Sal Island, Praia Grande on São Vicente, and Tarrafal Beach on Santiago. The waters of these beaches are ideal for numerous water sports, including windsurfing, kiteboarding, and sailing. The archipelago is a world-class destination for snorkeling and scuba diving, with an abundance of marine life and shipwrecks to explore beneath the waves. Consisting of leeward and windward islands, Cape Verde is a treasure trove of natural wildlife. One of the main events on the islands occurs between June and February, when loggerhead turtles turn to the islands to nest their eggs. This large migration and nesting makes Cape Verde the third largest nesting site for loggerhead turtles across the globe. Teeming with various unique species of fish and aquatic life, the surrounding blue waters are home to fish like tuna, snapper, and grouper. In the clear coastal waters, you can find coral reefs hosting marine life such as parrotfish and seahorses. Some more residents under the clear waves are 5 species of endangered turtles, 20 species of whales and dolphins, and over 60 species of sharks and rays, including the threatened lemon and nurse sharks. You can see all of these up close by going on a diving trip, snorkeling to the bottom, or even joining a tour in a glass-bottom submarine. Boa Vista and Sal are 2 of Cape Verde's most popular tourist destinations, known for their stunning beaches, water sports, desert-like landscape, and vibrant culture. Both islands boast a tropical climate, ensuring year-round sunshine and warm temperatures. Translating to beautiful view, Boa Vista lives up to its name with endless stretches of pristine sandy beaches that make it a prime spot for water sports enthusiasts, particularly windsurfers and kitesurfers, thanks to the consistent trade winds that sweep across its coast. On the other hand, Sal is where you go when you need to indulge in local culture and lively nightlife activities. The island's main hub is Santa Maria, a charming town with colorful buildings and a bustling waterfront. From Creole music and dance to delicious seafood, you'll find everything you can imagine in Sal. These islands are characterized by their arid landscapes and limited vegetation, which have shaped the island's wildlife. Found among rocky terrain and arid zones, you'll come across a handful of reptiles such as geckos, skinks, and the native Cape Verde giant wall gecko. And for the bird lovers, Cape Verde is nothing short of a paradise. The island is teeming with magnificent bird species, both native and migratory. Some of the most notable avian residents include the Cape Verde shearwater, Razo lark, Cape Verde warbler, lake sparrow, purple heron, and even flamingos. Before we end this video, we've got one more honorable mention to make. One of the 10 islands that make up the nation of Cape Verde is Santo Antão, one of the most otherworldly destinations you can possibly visit in the world. Towering volcanic peaks, deep valleys, and rugged cliffs create a surreal, lunar-like landscape for this island. Intricate agricultural terraces slice and dice the island, with hiking and trekking paths snaking through the landscape. Among the highlights is the Cova crater, a vast volcanic caldera that offers an otherworldly experience and panoramic vistas. Hiking is the primary attraction on Santo Antão, with numerous trails that wind through the island's diverse ecosystems. The Paul Valley is a lush oasis of banana and sugarcane plantations, while the rugged north coast features trails that hug steep cliffs, offering heart-stopping views of the pounding surf below. Santo Antão is also renowned for its charming villages, where traditional Cape Verdean culture thrives. In towns like Ponta do Sol and Ribeira Grande, you can experience the local way of life, explore colorful markets, and savor delicious Creole cuisine, often celebrating the fine, freshly caught seafood. And this is the end of our video. If you liked traveling to the magnetic archipelago of Cape Verde, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. That way, we'll book you a passenger seat on our upcoming video travels. In the meantime, check out this cool video right here.